What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be going over how to build and how to use the basically universally agreed upon best way to solo the Inteleon raids. Not that the Inteleon raids are hard, but in case you don't have a group of people to do them with, this is a way that you can do it all on your own. But let's go ahead and hop into it. Like I mentioned, at this point, this is kind of the universally agreed upon best way to solo the Inteleon raids. You've probably seen some form of this build floating around on the internet, but I figured why not break it down for those of you that might not have seen it yet. So we are of course going to be going with Annihilape, level 100, and fighting Terra type. The held item here is where a lot of the builds do vary. Some people put expert belts on him just to make him do a little bit more damage. I went with the covert cloak so that I don't have any chance of getting frozen by blizzard, since Inteleon will be using blizzard, which when you get frozen in a raid, it's so annoying. I'm like, please, why God? So I wanted to just not deal with that. For Annihilape's EVs, I went ahead and maxed out its special defense, considering that Inteleon does have the ability Sniper, which means that if Inteleon does get a critical hit on you, which it does have Snipe Shot, which is its signature move, which does have a very high crit rate, those crits are going to be hitting you even harder. I believe it's 2.25 damage instead of the normal 1.5. So we want to make sure that we have as much special defense as possible. And of course you are going to want to max out Annihilape's attack stat since it is a physical attacker, and give it an adamant nature just so that you are boosting that attack stat even further. Another thing that Inteleon does do during the raids is use Tearful Look, which of course lowers your stats. But to combat that, you want to make sure that your Annihilape has the ability Defiant, which is its hidden ability, so you will need to use an ability patch to get it. But what Defiant does is that if any of your stats get lowered, it actually gives you an attack boost. And lucky for you, Tearful Look actually lowers both your attack and special attack, so you'll be getting that Defiant boost twice. This kind of strategy also works if you have a Kingambit, since Kingambit also has the Defiant ability, which if you didn't want to use Annihilape or if for some reason you just didn't have access to one, you can also solo this raid with Kingambit. It's a little more sketch in my opinion because I did try it and it was a little bit harder to solo with Kingambit, but Kingambit also has access to the ability Defiant. And moveset wise, you're going to want to have Rage Fist, Sunny Day, Drain Punch, and Bulk Up. You're not really going to be clicking Rage Fist, but it is there in case you for whatever reason run out of Drain Punches. Sunny Day is there to of course get that Snowscape off of the field, since it does set up Snowscape to give it those defense boosts, and of course that makes it so that Blizzard will not miss. So of course you want to avoid getting hit by as many blizzards as possible, so set up Sunny Day. Drain Punch is going to be your move of choice because one, it's going to be healing you because you are going to be taking some pretty hard hits still, and two, it is of course going to be super effective. And of course Bulk Up is there to help you set up. But let's go ahead and try it, shall we? So the first thing that Inteleon actually does when you enter this raid is it sets up Mist, and then immediately after that it sets up Snowscape so that it can beef up its defenses and of course make it so that Blizzard doesn't miss. So obviously we want to get the snow off of the field, so I'm going to go ahead and go for a Sunny Day here. And as you can see, those blizzards do quite a bit of damage, which is why Drain Punch also comes in handy. So now that I have set up the sun, I am actually going to go ahead and go for a Drain Punch here. I'm not going to start setting up just yet because Inteleon does wipe stats around turn 4. So obviously you don't want to start using bulk ups and then get all of your stats reset after all of that progress. So I kind of just started hitting it with Drain Punches to one, keep myself alive, and two, do a little bit of chip damage until the shield goes up, and wait until after it clears stats to actually start setting up. And as you can see, now that Sunny Day is up, Blizzard is missing, and I am able to avoid any unnecessary HP loss. So now that its shield is up, I'm going to go ahead and go for one more Drain Punch, just because after this turn, it should clear stats. And what this is also doing, we just got Tearful Look, so here is our first Defiant boost, so it's literally doing half the work for us. Unfortunately, that is all going to get cleared in literally like 5 seconds, but hopefully it does it again later down the line to help a homie out. But what this has also been doing is that since I've been attacking it, even though I'm not doing too much damage, I am now going to be able to terastalize. So I'm going to be able to terastalize basically at any point now. So I'm going to go for my first bulk up now that it has cleared stats, and I'm going to go ahead and set up one more. 2 should be sufficient, especially once you terastalize. Oh, and look at that. We just got another Tearful Look. So we should be all good to go. Thank you, Inteleon, for trying to make me cry. So now that we have our bulk up and our Defiant boost, I'm gonna go ahead and terastalize now and go for a big Drain Punch. Well, that was terrifying. Okay, not me living on 9 HP, but let's regain some of that HP with a Drain Punch. And as you can see, that did quite a bit of damage, so we love that for us. And I'm now back at 100% health. So I'm of course gonna go in for another Drain Punch, and this should be enough to break the shield. Yep, there we go, and I will once again be back at full HP. At this point, if you've made it this far without getting critted or something like that, you should basically have smooth sailing, especially after you break the shield, and you're free to quite literally just click Drain Punch. Of course, it is going to set up Snowscape again, so I am actually gonna go for a sunny day here just to get that off the field again. And now I'm gonna go back in for another Drain Punch. And we're almost there, and as you can see, we're doing really good on time as well. We're not like cutting it close or anything. So this is definitely like the most solid strat that I tried out. Like I said, you can do it with like King Gambit, but King Gambit was a little sketchier. That one definitely hurt. Good thing we're about to heal. All right, almost there. One more Drain Punch will obviously take it out, and we will be good to go. But as you can see, these raids are not too terribly difficult. They just take a little bit of time. And I lived on 17 HP again. Way to go, Annihilape. We love that for us. And here is the final Drain Punch, and we have successfully defeated the Super Spy Inteleon. The drops are pretty standard, just Zinc, Ice Terror Shards, and some candies and nuggets. Nothing too crazy, and some Comet Shards as well. But I mean, not bad to farm. At least you can sell the nuggets. But there you have it. That is going to be the easiest way for you to solo the Inteleon raids. There is other strategies out there. Like I mentioned, you can use King Gambit. There's also duo strategies where you have someone hitting you with a critical hit and you're using Tauros with its ability, Anger Point, and you're able to basically one turn KO it with Flare Blitz. There's all kinds of strategies out there, but this is like the most universally accepted one for if you're doing this all by yourself and you basically want it to be a cakewalk. I'm not sure who came up with this strategy originally, but if you do know, make sure that you tag them down below in the comments and say thank you, because this is gonna make farming a lot easier. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, I kindly suggest that you consider subscribing so that I can continue to make content for you guys. And if you are already subscribed and you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.